Hey everybody, welcome back to 5 Builders, 1 City. I'm Yumble, and today I have the distinct honor of being the 5th main builder to contribute on this City Skylines city. This year, it is the city of Pampatar. Starting in the bottom right corner, we've got what we're calling the capital city of Pampatar, Pampatar City, right? So that will be built by all of us in turn, and today is actually my day to contribute to Pampatar City. As far as the other builders, Zardis was first. He's working on this Saturday Harbor area. We each have our own district in 5 Builders, 1 City. Then Imperial Jedi has his area in the southwestern corner here. Overcharged Egg in the northwestern corner. And Slay 3K up in the marshes in the upper right corner. At least I don't have to build in this giant desert. Oh, wait, I have to. Okay. I also have the distinct honor of building in this large desert area, which is super daunting, but that's not the mission for today. Today, we are going to be working in the capital city. So far, all of the other main builders have contributed, so I'm the 5th person to contribute to this area, but I won't be the last. We're actually going to hand the save file back through the original 4 members of 5 Builders, 1 City to continue developing this area, so I won't be the last one. But I've determined today that the most valuable thing that I can do for this city would be to improve education. Specifically, we're at 20,000 population and the city does not have a college. So you'll notice on the graph here are highly educated, which are either Sims moving into the city in high density buildings or college graduates. Right now, we're only relying on high density residential to produce that number. We have an entire pipeline of potential students that we are not serving yet. Specifically, if you go to the university tab, you'll see we have almost 4,500 eligible students for university. So that's a missed opportunity until we get this going. Now, by my estimation, the best place for our campus is going to be right here, to the east of the Pampatar Mall, south of the Pampatar Canal array. So this will be a fun island. That'll be a fun island, but it'll be next to our campus. So let's do this. I've got all these ideas. I've got all these thoughts in mind, but I think the first thing to do might be to sketch out the limits of our campus. So the first thing I'm going to do is make roads, as per usual. And that looks good to me. I'm just using a 45-degree angle there because I think it'll be cool. And across the top, similar idea. I'm just kind of mimicking what we've already got going on with the canals and the bridge network that the canals are supporting. So I think that's a good way to do it. And I might even establish a road over here that works about the same. Let's see. That's probably an even curve using the freeform road tool. Yes. Beautiful. So we've already got this bike road established. There's a bike network that kind of goes through the mall and cuts down, and that'll be nice to have that connectivity to the campus area. And let's take this main road, and let's just rock and roll. Let's just send it over. I never really know what I'm doing until I'm doing it, so this is a good way to find out. For now, I'm going to opt to eliminate all of the trees. We will re-add them later, but with a bit more purpose than what we have right now. So it stands to reason that perhaps this road continues down. I mean, it probably connects at the end here as well, to continue the motif that we have. And it probably continues down, and that can be our campus area limits. Green space is also very useful in terms of making people happy and making something that looks nice. So there's certainly value in an empty space, but I would probably opt to at least fill it with trees and paths and things, right? And of course, the campus pack that we're using, it's a DLC pack, but it comes with all kinds of great parks and all kinds of great implements to fill space, statues and plazas and such. And there it is. For now, I'll leave it as campus area. Maybe we'll hold a maybe we'll hold it in the comments. We'll see what people want to call our new campus area of the Pampatar region. So next, I'd actually like to measure how far it is using precision engineering from one side to the other. 44, 45, and I want it to lean left slightly, so we're gonna let the 44 be on the left and the 45 be on the right. That is fine. So let's mark this spot. Right now I'm just using the bike road, but this may not even be roads by the end. The only piece of the college campus that needs to connect to a road is actually the main building, I think, so I'm not going to sweat it too much. I'm just sketching it out right now. That makes sense to me. And that makes sense to me. So now we've got this point. We've got a spot here. Perhaps this is the upper edge. Who am I kidding? It's going to be a roundabout. Let's be real. Let's be honest. This is where the campus building is going to sit. So actually, let's establish it right at this intersection. And I've been debating mentally whether it's going to be a trade school or a liberal arts campus. The trade school campus is actually the most balanced looking campus in my opinion, which is still a very nice set of buildings. It is one of the lesser campuses bonus wise. It's one of the lesser campuses in by a few measurements, but the assets look really, really good in my opinion. So that's our campus building. I know I just said roundabout, but maybe it's actually not a roundabout. Maybe we do like a semicircle coming off this. So let's get some measurements. Like I said before, this is the only building that actually needs to connect to a road. The rest of it we can use paths for. But for now, what's that? 5 units away, 5 units there. So let's do this. Let's do a semicircle that kind of extends out from the middle. So using one-way road. I might even use, do we have a one-lane? Yeah, this is Vanilla Plus. Let's do this. One lane, one-way road with bike lanes, and we'll make a kind of semicircle around this. So the bikes will have the option to go either way. So the bikes can go, you'll notice there's a bike lane on either side. Cars will have to go this way though. They'll have to go right from our main road. Which is fine. This is good. It leaves interesting space out front, interesting probable bits of green space here. I really think a good first move is actually to do the police academy. And this spot just keeps staring at me. I'd like to center it, I think, on this plot over here. So I'm going to roughly center it between these two spaces, looking at the zoning squares. Probably about there. Actually, I take it back. I'm going to move this so it's butted up against... I'm actually going to use move it for this so I can move it accurately. There we go. Holding Alt will make move it snap to places. So now this parking lot actually kind of makes sense. And if we really want to get crazy, I can add a road to that, though it's not necessary. People can also bike here, so let's not overemphasize the road system. In fact, I don't really mean to add many more roads than this, if any. This screams dormitories to me. I'm not exactly sure why, but there's something about it that says put the dorms over here. Because now we have 1,000... Here, I'm actually going to unpause it and let this start populating. There we go. Oh my god, no. Oh no. Not the pipes. Yumble has to do pipes. What is he going to do? Let's do this. I've got this unique idea. What if I put the pipes under the road? And we'll see if that works. We'll see if that does anything for you. So I'm just going to put it under the road and under this road, and we'll see if that works. I am going to have to fill in the rest of this campus with water, no doubt, but that works for me. And of course, power, we are going to need some elements to connect the power grid. These are things that I have somehow not yet considered. What I might do actually is just temporary power lines, because I want the school to level up. So we need 500 students, it seems, to level up. I could be mistaken. And we also need 2 academic works. So I'm going to sink some of our budget, some of our citywide budget into creating academic works. Artisanry, totally. Yeah, let's do that. I'm not going to use any policies right now. But yeah, overall we need 500 students, which we're well on our way to. And we're going to need a lot more campus attractiveness. So let's keep figuring out where buildings go. I know I said... What are these? Dormitories over here. I don't know how heavily we're going to use mods on this build overall, but I'm certainly not opposed to a bit of move it periodically. That looks okay. Which side is the front? Is this the front? Here's one way to find out. This building can actually use paths instead of roads. So we're gonna use paths and see how this ends up looking. And that is not the front. Oh, the side with the arrow is the front. Go figure. Looks good to me. What if we do another dormitory over here by the road? Which is, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Or I could be wrong. I might be a monster. I don't know. But we'll do this, and we'll see how much space that leaves in between, because that might be nice for a parking area, or better yet, a park of some sort. Cool, so we'll start with that. This space could be useful for something too. And of course, dormitories add 300 capacity to the campus. In the interest of leveling up the school, I may even implement a policy that makes more people go to Smart People School. Name pending. Name pending. But we're at 298 students. That seems to be going up over time. Notice how adding a school has influenced our RICO as well. So residential, industrial, commercial offices. At the beginning, we had a high demand for industry and offices. Now we have a high demand for residential. So our whole system has been skewed in favor of education rather than building additional industry. So I'm a fan. I'm into it. We'll see how the paths work out here. In fact, let's actually draw a couple more paths and get a better sense of the space that we're working with while I'm thinking of it. I love the idea of some diagonals. So far, we're very gridded, but we do have this 135 degree coming off here, so I think it would be a great idea to do some 135 degree diagonals. Perhaps there is a singular building that goes behind this but on the canal. I just don't know if we've unlocked that specific building yet, because none of these seem nice enough. They're not nice enough. We need nicer buildings. We need plazas. Come on. We could do like book club on the corner here. That might be a good use of that. As our first academic year comes to a close, we are hoping for some academic works. That is what we need to level up. Leveling up will give us more buildings and more parks and things to use in the university. But I wanted to explain before we get to that point what this means. So this is, I believe it's RNG. I think it's random number generation that gives us this. We are hoping for academic works. So what I've done is I've prudently cranked up the budget to $20,000 so we have as much academic staff as we can handle. So that gives us a 62% chance of getting academic works, because I really want 2 academic works to happen. We also have a ton of students. Oh, by the way, as this finishes, I also turned the education budget. No, what did I do? I turned on the policy, that's what it was. I turned on education boost. So we are playing catch up right now by favoring education over employment. Did we get it? Okay, we got 1. 1 for 2. 1 for 2, everyone. So that means I've unlocked no new assets, but that's okay. Smart People School will soldier on until we are recognized. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? The budget is delicately balanced at this point, so I'd like to kind of get this done. And I'm kind of tired of waiting. Did we get it? Huzzah! We got 2! Excellent, so it'll take even less time to upgrade the campus again. The first thing we unlocked is the outdoor study. Oh, it's big! Yes! Okay, outdoor study is crucial. I can see outdoor study flanking the main building. Yep. So I'm going to use Move It to nudge this into position. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. What do we have? Some benches. Yep, outdoor study. And another one on this side. If I find something similar but better, it may occupy this space, so everything is subject to change. But I do like what I'm seeing thus far. That is good. And then if we can fit the academic statue right in front of this building, that would be fantastic. So let's delete those to consolidate this spot. I'm going to consolidate. Actually, let's even switch the road. I'm all excited about this. 2-lane road with trees. So we're going to switch it to a non-median road, which is good. Yeah, that works for me. And then we'll put this building right out front. Not the big one. The fountain. So once again, if I swap this out for a statue later, don't be completely shocked. But now this gives me good reason to rearrange these roads, which is kind of something I wanted to do anyway. So that's 8 units away to get to this point. I bet we can cut the corners on this. We can anarchy the heck out of this, and I think it'll work awesome. I could also be wrong, but there's one way to find out. In fact, let's even use the 2-lane... Yep, 2-lane one-way road with trees. I was using a 1-lane road, but the 2-lane will give these turn lanes, which I think is desirable for us. So once again, we can do 5 by 5 and then connect them. Does that hit the tree there? I don't think it does. Connect that to the end, looking good. This is 3 units long, so I can do 3 units on this side. Another 5 by 5 curve will get us back to the beginning. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. It might even be super clever to fill this in with pavement. I could also be wrong. I'm open to being wrong, because I'm wrong a lot, but I also learn a lot, so I feel the two go hand in hand. Yeah, it's better paved, honestly. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I think that that completes this picture for now. As I said before, if this gets upgraded, then so be it. And perhaps these students over here get their own... I know I said not off the main road, but that spot is looking pretty good for a cafeteria right now, I think. Crossing the book club. Let's see if we can maybe center it against the book club here. I like that. The cobblestone, the surface kind of lines... it doesn't, but it looks pretty nice, and that's really all that matters. Just has to look pretty nice. If I have to move it over to fit another building, I absolutely will. Or perhaps we swap these. I'll think about that. But let's look at the gymnasium. There it is. Haven't done the gymnasium yet. That would be a good one overlooking the water, perhaps. Now, my goal here is going to be to put it on the corner of one of these things. So let's snap this into place. Oh my god, pipes. Pipes, electricity. The bane of my existence. That looks great. Obviously, I'm using Move It and Anarchy to accomplish this, but I also want to not have the path remain there. I'm just really using that path as like a measuring point. Because now, of course, we're going to go up here. We're going to get that corner going. Good stuff. Good corner. And it can continue over here and maybe even up the other side. Yep. And then what does this look like? 135 degrees. Check this out. Let's put the book club over here and the cafeteria over here. Yep, that is an objectively better scenario. Because where are you going after the gym? Let's be real. After the gym, I'm taking this path, I'm going downtown, I'm going to the cafeteria. Come on. Forget about it, you could say. Forget about it. Let's nudge this into position. I think closer to the dorms is good. Cafeteria near the dorms and near the gym makes sense. Book club is good there for now. Other ideas pending. And that puts our attractiveness up over the 450 mark. Excellent. We have done it again. Smart People School is excelling on all metrics, firing on all cylinders. Before the end of the year, I cranked the academic staff back up to maximum. There's always a year-end push for some achievements. Looks like we've got 5 currently. 5, what are they called? Academic works. So we are progressing very well. We've achieved Renowned, which is a level 3 college. Students-wise, we've actually reached, what would I call it? Critical mass, I suppose, because I've actually turned on, I keep toggling education boost. I'm going to turn it off. The city does not have enough students willing to fill the place, even with education boost on. I note that it says student capacity 897 out of 2750. That's fine. And then there's the fact that university availability, it says that there's a potential 3,220 students that may attend out of our available 2,750 slots in the campus. All of those people are not going to go to school, though. Even with the thing turned on, it was very, very close. I had to, at the very end, it dipped below 800, and I had to turn education boost back on. So I don't think I'll be able to level this up again today, at least with the city at its current capacity. But that doesn't mean we can't take a look at the new... Oh, we got a new big building. Let's look at that. School of Tourism and Travel. Now, this is a big ol' rectangle. Oh, it's going to be close. No matter what I do, it's going to be close. But let's see. This corner doesn't have anything on it, whereas this one does. That puts a tree. That makes that bench awful difficult to use. So let's see what this looks like if I use move it, turn it a little, snap it to the edge there. I do want to have the parking lots along a road as well. Oh, we've done it. That's perfect. So technically it overlaps with the space taken up by the asset, but there's no tree in the road. So I'll take that 10 times out of 10. Absolutely. Easily. This would be a nice space to potentially put a path through while I'm thinking of this. So let's do that before we look at the other buildings that may fit. That's nice job, Sugar Maple, but you can take a seat on the bench. My guy, Young Linden, coming in clutch. Look at this. So that's a massive improvement without really putting in much effort. So there you go. That this could go right through the front door here. Okay, so the way I've put it is not quite ideal. Let's move it over one more spot. If the trees are in the way, I'll abandon this idea. Like if the trees that are built into the asset are too in the way, I could use Bob to remove them, though, or switch them for something better. I'll leave that for now with the goal of probably moving that tree a little bit later. Let's look at this. So I think we unlocked the commencement. Yeah, the commencement office can go directly behind the administrative building. So we can hold our graduations and such right here. So what I see here is a good chance that we should go straight back. Is that even a possibility? No, it's not. Unless I convert this path. I might be able to unlock that path using Network Multi-Tool. While we're at it, there's an unlock button here. Unlock segment. Now that's unlocked, so it should act just like any, and it does. Good. 5, 4. So I'm going to eyeball this. While holding Alt, I should be able to measure this. 36, yep. Whew, perfect. Absolutely perfect. So now that has a connection, a proper connection. Now let's see, how do people get around this, or do they get around this? Yep. I think they do. The IT club is very small, so that could go on the corner here. We're going to need something to fill that space, so the smaller buildings. I love the university DLC, honestly. Like, for this reason, it gives a diverse bunch of assets of different types that you can fill a space well with. I'm going to think about how we can level this up one more time. I don't know if it's actually going to be possible, so I'm just going to leave space for this to develop in the meantime, once the city grows overall. The attractiveness is very, very close, though, and I love what we have so far. This is great.
Okay, here is how the campus is currently situated, and this is actually how it's going to stay. I decided to refine my use of trees and really dig in with Bob and kind of remove some of the messier looking trees. So this park at the front really got an overhaul with swapping out the trees. I, of course, refined the landscaping on the front lawn. And I opted to kind of use this bush with Prop Line Tool, a mod. I just kind of went around and defined the paths using the bush, and I found that that's made a much more satisfying impact on the build overall. Also, the circle, I gave the circle a whole bunch of love. This was all very time-consuming type stuff that I had to think about a lot, so forgive me for doing a bit off camera, but I had to do some serious thinking to add to the quality of this overall in comparison to the rest of the city, and I'm very happy with how this is coming out. The level of the school has backslid by 1 because our population is not there yet, so it's only a level 2 school, but we have about 4,500 available student slots, so I'm not worried about it. We have plenty of space to grow into it. It will level up, and we've got some extra space for some statues and whatnot in the future, or maybe it extends over here, or maybe it extends this way. I don't really know yet, but I'm very happy with that thus far. That's where I'm going to leave it for today. Everyone, thank you for hanging out and watching 5 Builders 1 City. Once again, I'm honored to be a part of it this season. Stick around. The next episode is actually going to be me building in the desert. So I have this desert district. This, look at this. Eggsy was kind enough to give me a pinwheel interchange. So I'm going to work off the pinwheel, and we're probably going to build towards the shoreline, make use of the rail, and I guess next time we'll find out who lives here. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. Really appreciate you being here. I'm Yumble. I'll see you in the next stream or the next video.